Muddy Pete's Super Fun Survival Kit was brought to you by great lines from 80s action movies. You're a funny guy, Sully. That is why I'm going to kill you last. Really? No, I lied. Commando was on last night. Welcome to Super Fun Survival Kit video part 9, and we're talking today about a little fanny pack kit. Now, I'll start with the outside and work in. I've got a thunderstorm building up, so I'm going to try not to talk as much as I did in part 8. Anyway, on the straps for said little fanny pack, I've got a little thermometer. Don't need that to know it's hot out here today. I have a little Maxpedition key holder. Maxpedition just makes great stuff. This is reinforced ballistic nylon, I guess. Clamps, the little gate on this thing's just tough. Your keys are not gonna disappear off this thing. I have two little nylon pouches. Get back here, you. The one, I just stuck a fire starting tool. This is a Sparky. This is made by United Survival Technologies. I'm not in love with this thing. Every time I bump it, the bar comes out, and the idea is that you put it on the ground and push on it, but I'm not having a whole lot of luck with it. So it's a thing I'm going to practice with. I have, on the other side, a little fixed blade knife. This area that I'm in is off the beaten trail, so I'm not worried about scaring anybody with a knife. The other side of the trail, on the far side of the highway, this would probably go in the pack or in a coat pocket, which would now make it a concealed weapon, or in the trunk. Now this little guy over here is a shotgun shell. I picked this up off the ground. It's been fired. And what I did with it, if you can hear that, is I made a little fishing kit out of it. It's got hooks and some sinkers and probably about 30 feet of line. And I took the cap off a cigar tube. You can use a piece of wine cork, just about anything, to cap it off. It's not watertight, but it'll keep everything from falling out. And a piece of bicycle inner tube to keep the whole thing on, give it a little bit of a seal. Inside the kit, thunderstorm is starting to pick up now. Inside the kit. I usually have a little moldy tool with this, but I took it out just to make room for some other stuff. Old Excedrin bottle, reused. I've got some cotton balls and Vaseline, and I've got some Venture Medical Kits Tinder Quick Fire tabs. Basically the same thing. And they're all stuck down there. It'll keep them dry until I need them. Neosporin, in case of a cut. A couple of lunker lights for either fishing or really desperate navigation in the dark. I can hang these up. Tool for sharpening my knife. This is an Easy Lap. Got some crazy glue. Parachute cord. This is cheap stuff. This is getting replaced. In fact, I have the replacement in my pocket. This is 5-strand parachute cord. It's really not long enough to be useful for anything. Moleskin chapstick. Chapstick not only will prevent chapped lips, but it's got SPF, so you can actually rub it on your skin, and it'll help reduce sunburn. Here's the moldy tool I was talking about. This is a Leatherman, and it's got all the tools in it I needed. Could use a saw. My other one has a saw in it. And these are nice. These little jaws are nice. The wire cutters are useful. We found them useful for lifting hot pots out of campfires. Compass. compass. Little match safe. I've got some duct tape wrapped around it. This is Gorilla Tape, I'm sorry. And Gorilla Tape is pretty good. I'd rather Gorilla Tape than any other brand of tape. Just, it works better for cold weather, wet weather, hot weather. It just doesn't fall apart on you. Inside the match case, I've got some cotton wads. I don't know if you could see it. I have matches that I dipped in paraffin to make them waterproof, and a striker. My Strike Anywhere matches have worn out and they don't seem to make them anymore. I also have a sewing needle and some thread, and down in here, again you can't really see it, it's sort of up there in the corner, there's a small 2-inch fire starting tool. I have that duct taped to the inside so that if anything happens, the matches all come out. You can see they're kind of loose in there. The fire starting tool is still in the orange match safe. Bought a box of 10 of these at Walmart. These are called Ignito. You light them with a match. They're nice because they're watertight. You're not supposed to know this, you're not supposed to do this. If you take the stuff out of the package, you can light it with a fire starting tool. Be very careful because the fumes in or out of the plastic are toxic. Signal mirror. That's got some aspirins in it. Tincture of iodine again for disinfecting of cuts. Eye drops because it's just that time of year. Little tiny bottles of Tabasco sauce. Little pocket first aid kit. 55-gallon garbage bag for shelter purposes. Bic lighter. I mentioned in part 7, one of the nice things about Bic lighters, if you're going to get them, first of all, they're fairly durable. These you can kind of see through to tell how much fluid you still have left in them. Beef jerky. Gotta have the beef jerky. Tiny little spatula. I got a pencil in here. Hidden down over here in this little pocket. These little fanny packs are nice. This is Eastern Mountain Sports because they do have nice little organizers in them. I'm not scratching myself. I'm trying not to drop everything on the ground. Electrolyte powder, some cash, Goodies orange flavored headache powder, and this is a Brunton emergency pocket tool. It has a magnifying glass, some instructions, and a little tiny circular magnetic compass. Let's see if I can find that. Try not to talk as much as I did in the first or last segment. You can kind of see it. You put it into a puddle and it floats. I have another one just like it in my wallet. This, I'm not going to tell you what it is, I'm just going to tell you what it's for. Basically it's the equivalent of store-bought trucker speed. The idea being that it keeps you awake if you're tired. Now I've tried it just to see what happens. First thing, it gave me bad cotton mouth, which out in the woods is not convenient. My opinion on this, and I'm not a doctor, but my opinion on any kind of uppers is that, or speed or trucker speed or whatever you want to call it, if you're tired and you need to go to sleep, there's a biological reason, sit down and take a nap. All you're going to do is do something stupid. You're going to walk half awake into or off the edge of a cliff and break a leg. Sit down, rest yourself, keep your brain, keep your head sharp, stay in the game. Still racing that thunderstorm here. A little more Goodies powdered aspirin. Some orange survey marker tape. In case I get lost, I can use this to mark my line of sight. Now, I wear eyeglasses, so I keep an eyeglass repair kit. It was suggested by several people to get a spare pair of glasses. I'm still working on that. I haven't found something in my prescription yet. Some more Gorilla Tape. This was an old business card and I just wrapped 6 or 7 revolutions around it. And I think that actually covers everything in this. Oh, water. I have water purification, but I don't have any water faculties in this. So I always carry an Nalgene bottle. Ooh, get big out here. This is a 32-ounce bottle. It's better to carry 2 of these than 1. I'll burn through this. I've already burnt through half of it in the hour I've been out here. Some of these packs come with little tiny bottles that clip on the sides. That's nice, but it's nowhere near enough water to stay hydrated. And I think that's it for this particular part 9. Thank you, and come back for part 10. I did forget something. This is a mini kit keychain that goes in the pack. I can wear around my neck. It's got a compass. This is Silva. This is a little Kershaw folding lockback knife. Fox 40 Howler whistle. Little photon keychain light. And this little fella. Now I said in part 8 that I don't like Zippos because they are not airtight. These little peanut lighters have an O-ring, so they are airtight. I actually checked and I filled this. Of course now it's not going to work. Come on. It's lit, you just can't really see it on here. No, it's not. Oop. There it goes. There it went. These little peanut lighters have an O-ring so that the fluid inside the reservoir will not dry up. This thing I filled about 2 years ago and it obviously just lit. So that's another little handy way to make a fire. And I can keep that wrapped right around my neck. Now we're done with part. I'll be back.